third baseman, number 14, Hadley York. Milligan is coached by Wes Hawley, assisted by Wes Hawley, Jr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. In left field from Jackson, Tennessee, 5'6" freshman, number 15, Trinity Brooks. In center field from Gadsden, Alabama, a 5'5" sophomore, number 14, Abby Martin. In right field from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee, a 5'7" senior, number 4, Mary Vandergrift. At third base from Orange, Connecticut, a 5'5" senior, number 42, Brooke Matazowski. At shortstop from Powell, Tennessee, a 5'7" junior, number 2, Hayden Dye. At second base from Corrington, Tennessee, a 5'4" senior, number 12, Macy Hughes. At first base from Crozet, Virginia, a 5'5" freshman, number 23, Winter Morris. The catcher from Cross Plains, Tennessee, a 5'9" sophomore, number 40, Macaulay Bailey. And the starting pitcher from Morristown, Tennessee, a 5'3" senior, number 28, Emma Frost. Carson-Newman is coached by Michael Graves, assisted by Holly Tucker-Vance and Carmen Holt. Athletic trainer, Becca Brandstetter. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. First, for our invocation, presented by Carson-Newman volleyball player Cameron Baez, and then please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Dear Lord, thank you for today and for such beautiful weather. You have given us such a wonderful day for sports and have blessed these girls with so many amazing talents. May these athletes use it to glorify you and uplift your name. Amen.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex, where Carson-Newman and Milligan are set to square off in the Eagles' final non-conference twin bill of the day. First time that the Eagles have faced off against an NAIA foe since 2015. That was 9 years ago. And the first time that Carson-Newman has renewed its series with Milligan since way back in 1992. 32 years separating the last two meetings between these two old NAI foes. Eagles lead the all-time ledger 9-1 against the Buffs. And Carson-Newman will hand the ball in the circle to Emma Frost. All South Atlantic Conference candidate is 13-3 this year, with a 3.09 ERA, 133 strikeouts against just 23 walks. Frost will get the ball in the circle, and we are going to be underway 8 minutes ahead of schedule as Mia Grassi leads things off for the Buffs. Frost rocks and fires, and Grassi swings and misses at a rise ball and is behind in the count to open up this game at 0-1. No balls and a strike to Mia Grassi, who's hitting .241 out of the leadoff spot. Frost the pitch. Finds the zone at the knees, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Mia Grassi. Milligan's 12-19 this season and looking for their first win in the month of April. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss at a pitch upstairs. Frost gets Grassi to chase, and she's down on strikes. Strikeout number 134 for the year for Emma Frost. 1 out and the base is empty with no score in the top of the first for the catcher Lainey Lloyd. .346 hitter on the year. Lanky right-hand batter climbs in wearing a black jersey top with gray trousers and knee-high black socks. First pitch to Lloyd is popped into the air. Foul ground, first base side. Bailey chases, but it's over the netting and out of play, 0-1. First time all season that you can describe the weather in Jefferson City, at least on a game day, as balmy. It is probably not hot in the grand scheme of things, but compared to the pleasant weather that we've experienced in town, the 0-1. Lloyd swings, flares it down the left field line, got a good turn on it. It is long, but it is foul, and she's behind in the count, 0-2. But compared to the weather that we have had of late, this is downright hot. In opposition to a lot of 60-degree cooler days. The 0-2. Hit foul to the backstop. Count remains 0-2 on Lainey Lloyd. Mostly cloudy. Sun is obscured for the time being. A few patches of blue in the upper reaches of the atmosphere here at the Vic. And temperatures settling in north of 80 degrees for the first time in 2024. 0-2 to Lloyd. Frost pitches. Upstairs, Lloyd swings, lifts it to center field. Martin retreats beyond the center field logo. Now takes 2 steps in and gathers it in on the blue of the sea to retire Lloyd. Lloyd got a good piece, just hit it too high, and there's 2 away for the right fielder, Alexis Brown. Brown's hitting .398 this season. Top bat in the order for Wes Hawley's crew. As Frost goes to work. First pitch drops low and away for a ball 1-0. That's the first pitch out of the zone that Frost has proffered. 8 pitches, 7 for strikes for the Lincoln Memorial transfer. No score, top of the first. 2 out, nobody on. Frost wheels and deals the 1-0. Popped in the air, first base side. It's in foul ground. Winner Morris shuffles over and gloves it to retire Brown. So a 1-2-3 inning for Emma Frost. We've got no score after a half inning. Hughes, Dye, and Bailey to the bat rack for Carson-Newman after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Back at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex, Carson-Newman and Milligan are scoreless after a half inning. Emma Frost and now the Eagles offense will try to get going against Bree Presnell. Sophomore 6-6 with a 4.80 ERA. 18th appearance and 14th start. 74 and a third innings of work for Presnell. Has 43 strikeouts against 40 walks. And she'll start off against Macy Hughes, who has been dangerous since moving to the top of the order for the Eagles. As Hughes takes a first pitch strike at the belt, 0-1 to open up the at-bat. How about the job that Macy Hughes has done here in her final year on the banks of Mossy Creek, the 0-1. Hughes hangs high down the left field line. It's a long run for Grassi toward the stripe, settles over it, and makes the grab in foul territory to retire Hughes. Now that takes away my point that Hughes has had multi-hit efforts in 5 of her last 7 games and 8 of her last 10. So we'll hold the phone on that until Macy comes back up a little bit later as Hayden Dye comes to the plate. Dye hitting .423 as Presnell pitches. Dye swings. Squiver foul off of third. 0-1. No score. Bottom 1. Use a foul out high down the left field line as Presnell goes to work in the circle. Giving up 80 hits on the year. A quarter of them have been doubles. Righty Presnell wheels and deals. The 0-1 is off speed and low for a ball, 1-1. Randy Peralt's our home plate umpire today. Lenny Fox doing the work in the field. Milligan defensively goes Grassi, Johnson, and Brown. Left to right across the outfield. 1-1 to Dye. Presnell pitches downstairs for ball 2. The infield, Hadley York at third. Alana Parsons at short. Morgan Lawson at second. And Jalen Halliburton at first. Laney Lloyd catches behind the plate to complete the boundary with Presnell. 2-1. Upstairs, Dye lays off. 3-1. 3 balls and a strike with an out to Hayden Dye. .423 batting average for the year. She's second in the conference in home runs with 12. Second in runs batted in with 51. Certainly a player of the year candidate for the Eagles. And arguably, Carson-Newman probably has 3 player of the year candidates. And they bat right in a row at the top of the lineup. The pitch, Dye golfs down the left field line, twisting foul. And over the head of a gentleman in a lawn chair and onto Davis Street. He'll get out of his seat and track down that foul ball for the crew here at the Vic. That man unquestionably living his best life. 3-2 to Dye. Presnell pitches. And Dye takes low for ball 4. So Hayden Dye wins the battle with a 6-pitch walk. And there's 1 out and 1 on for Macaulay Bailey. Bailey announced 2 hours ago that she's this week's South Atlantic Conference Player of the Week. Hit .492 last week and drove in 14 with 3 home runs. Presnell goes to work against her. And Bailey takes a strike on the outer half, 0-1. 7-game hitting streak for Macaulay Bailey. And in her last 6 contests, she has 4 multi-RBI efforts. The 0-1. Off speed. Changeup bites for a strike on the outer half, and Bailey's down in the count at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Scoreless, bottom first. Dye on first after a 6-pitch walk. Presnell, the 0-2. Bailey bounces an inside pitch foul off of third. And it's 0-2 still. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. No score in the bottom of the first inning. Carson-Newman baseball in action over in Young Harris. The game is in the bottom of the 7th, started at noon, and the Eagles and 12th ranked Mountain Lions are deadlocked at 3. 0-2, scoots low and away for a ball to Bailey, 1-2. Eagles plated all 3 of their runs against the Mountain Lions in the top of the 5th inning, out-hitting Young Harris 11-6. Those teams are deadlocked on the scoreboard. 1-2. Presnell pitches. Off speed. Bailey will sky it to left. It's a bit of a run for Grassi, but she gets under it and chases Dye back to first. Towering pop-up for Macaulay Bailey. There's 2 away for Brooke Matazowski. Matazowski, .364 average, tied with Bailey for the league lead in home runs with 14. As Presnell pitches. And Matazowski takes low and away for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first of a scoreless contest, Hayden Dye worked a 1-out walk. Only base runner today for either of these teams. Presnell pitches the 1-0. Matazowski sits on it outside for a ball, 2-0. Matazowski's joined Macaulay Bailey and Macy Hughes and a whole bunch of others in having a high level April at the plate. Presnell, the 2-0. Matazowski swings and foul tips it into Lloyd's mitt, 2-1. Matazowski riding a string of 4 consecutive multi-hit games. Their average sunk to .314 in game 1 of a doubleheader against Converse. The 2-1 is a changeup that Matazowski flips to left. Going back to the warning track, backpedaling is Grassi. She reaches up and plucks it from above her head to get Matazowski on a well-struck line drive to left. So the Eagles get a 1-out base runner with a walk to Hayden Dye, but 3 fly ball outs to left finish the inning. Parsons, Wheeler, Johnson, the plate for Milligan. We're scoreless in the first meeting between these two teams since 1992. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Parsons leads off the bottom of the top of the second for Milligan, taking a first pitch strike from Emma Frost. It's 0-1 to her. We're scoreless between Carson-Newman and Milligan. The 0-1. Parsons swings and misses the pitch downstairs. That was definitely ball 1, but Frost fooled her. And it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Frost sights the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Parsons, a touch late. Frost fans her on 3 straight pitches. Her second K of the day and 135th of the season. 4 in a row retired for Emma Frost, and it brings up Jordan Wheeler. 10th start of the year for Wheeler, who's hitting .321. First pitch is a rise ball up for a ball, 1-0. First time today that Emma Frost hasn't started off a batter with a strike. 1-0 to Wheeler. Frost back to work. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Wheeler late, 1-1. Wheeler 9 hits and 28 trips to the plate this season. Milligan hasn't played a ton of games. He's compared to Carson-Newman, our mid-March numbers. The 1-1. Flipped foul backing out of play, 1-2. That's 31 games on the year for the Buffs. Wheeler climbs back in, 1-2 to Emma Frost. Taps the rubber and pitches. Hit in the air to center. Abby Martin trots in and settles under it to retire Wheeler for out number 2. Emma Frost worked so quickly in inning number 1 that we never did set Carson-Newman's defensive alignment. It's Brooks, Martin, and Vandergriff left to right across the outfield, with Matazowski, Dye, Hughes, and Morris going left to right, third to first. Macaulay Bailey catches Frost. Brings up Maggie Johnson. Frost's first pitch to her is popped up, first base side. Winter Morris gives it a look, but it's over the press box and out of play, 0-1. No score, top of the second. Emma Frost has retired the first 5 she's faced in consecutive fashion. 0-1. The pitch to Johnson. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 18 pitches, 16 for strikes for Emma Frost. First meeting for Carson-Newman with an NAIA school since 2015. And it's probably not who you would expect. The 0-2. Bouncing ball into the hole at short. Die up with it. Throw to first is in plenty of time to beat Johnson by 3 steps, and that's the inning. 6 in a row retired by Emma Frost to start this game. I'll tell you about that last time that Carson-Newman squared off with an NAIA school when the Eagles come to the plate in the bottom of the second. We're scoreless after an inning and a half on the Eagle Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
No score as we come to the bottom of the second inning. Adam Cavalier happy to have you on hand. As Brooklyn Lucero fouls the first pitch she gets from Bree Presnell, 0-1. Lucero started to find her groove here in her junior season, transferring in from North Carolina State. The 0-1. Big looping change, stays high from Presnell. It's 1-1. Lucero with 6 multi-hit efforts in the month of April. Brought her average north of 300. The 1-1. Lucero hacks foul off of first, 1-2. Now this is the first meeting between these two schools since 1992. First time that Carson-Newman's played an NAIA school since 2015. You might think, oh, the Eagles took on Tennessee Wesleyan or Bryan or a school from the area. Not the case as to Carson-Newman's last meeting with an NAIA. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Presnell gets it past Lucero for her 44th strikeout of the season. There's one away. Brings up Winter Morris. Now, the last NAIA school that Carson-Newman squared off with was in 2015. Indiana Wesleyan came down for an impromptu tournament featuring Davis and Elkins and Lees McCray as well. First pitch to Winter Morris. Drops low for a ball, 1-0. The Eagles that weekend, it was February 28th, and Carson-Newman was scheduled to go to the Mid-South Classic in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The 1-0 stays up to Morris, 2-0. And on February 28th, about 6 inches of snow got dumped on the southeast, including here at the Vic. Vicky Kazee Hollifield, then Carson-Newman's head coach and eventual NFCA Hall of Famer, the 2-0 to Morris. Swing, a line drive, straightaway center field. Morris pummels it out of the park. First career home run for Winter Morris. She belts it to straightaway center field on a frozen rope, and the Eagles lead 1-0. Winter Morris goes yard for the first time in her career. 53rd home run of the season for Carson-Newman as a team. And the Eagles are on the front foot with the long ball. It's 1-0. Brings up Abby Martin hitting .301. and see if Presnell can respond. You know, that tournament in 2015, that 2015 team, an eventual regional team, Vic was still dirt and grass at that point. He shoveled 2 tons of snow with the help of the football team as Martin takes for a strike at the belt, 0-1. To get this place ready to play that impromptu tournament featuring Davis and Elkins, Lees McRae, and Indiana Wesleyan. Eagles would win 4 games that weekend, all via shutout fashion. The 0-1, Martin will bloop toward right, stays in the infield, and the second baseman Lawson settles under it to retire Martin for out number 2. So 2 away for Mary Vandergriff. Got the field ready for play. Eagles collected 4 shutout wins, and the last win that weekend was 5-0 over Indiana Wesleyan. Jessica Morgan had a 2 RBI inside the park home run that day as Vandergriff takes in the turf for a ball, 1-0. Indiana Wesleyan, the NAI school, the only team that the Eagles didn't run rule that weekend. The 1-0. Vandergriff taps foul off the plate, 1-1. 1-0 Eagles in front thanks to Winter Morris taking a 2-0 pitch on a line to straightaway center field over the 220 mark. That's why the Eagles have this 1-0 lead against Milligan. Presnell, the 1-1. Vandergriff takes up, that is in for a strike. 1-2. Thought it was above the handles. Home plate umpire Randy Peralt said, no, it caught the zone, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Did feel up and away. The 1-2. Vandergriff will slice it down the left field line, but foul. And stays alive at a ball and 2 strikes. 1-0 Eagles leading bottom of the second inning off of Winter Morris's first career home run. With Morris's blast, everybody who's batting in the order today has a home run this season, with the exception of Mary Vandergriff at the plate. 1-2. Check swing at a pitch outside for ball 2. Appeal into the field. Lenny Fox says Vandergriff was able to keep the bat back. Live, it felt like she did, and on replay, it felt like she came around. Looking at it live, I thought it was a good check swing. On replay, it definitely looked like Vandergriff swung through. Second life for Mary, the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Presnell gets her to whiff, and that's the end of the second. But Carson-Newman does draw first blood. A solo shot from Winter Morris has the Eagles up 1-0. Halliburton, Lawson, and Presnell will try to figure out Emma Frost when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Emma Frost doing what she does, and that's worked absurdly quickly between innings. She's already fired a first pitch swinging strike to Halliburton. Now pitch number 2 is up and away for a ball. 1-1 to Halliburton, who's hitting $143 this season, 6 hits and 42 trips to the plate. 1-1 to Halliburton. Frost the delivery. And it's taken at the belt for a strike. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Halliburton. Carson-Newman staked to a 1-0 lead by virtue of Winter Morris's one-out solo shot to straightaway center in the second. 1-2. Little looper, foul off of first, and landing on green turf to keep the count of the ball in 2 strikes. Top of the third inning, 1-0 Eagles in the driver's seat. One-two. Line drive right at Hayden Dye, who leans to her right and scoops it up to retire Halliburton on a well-struck ball. First hard-hit ball that Milligan has had against Emma Frost. That one was right in the sights of Hayden Dye. 7 up, 7 down for Frost, and the lineup comes to the second baseman, Morgan Lawson, .265 batter this season, who takes at the knees for a strike across the dish at 0-1. Base is empty, top of the third. A 1-0 lead for the Eagles against the Buffs. Frost 0-1. Lawson hits it foul off the facing of Milligan's dugout. 0-2. One nothing Eagles here in the top of the third. One out, nobody on. Milligan looking for its first base run of the day. 0-2 to Lawson. Frost fires. Lawson chops it to second. Hughes fields on the third hop, and the throw to first is in time to Morris to retire Lawson 4-3. Got her by a step and a half. 2 up, 2 down in the third. 8 up, 8 down for Frost to start this game. And it brings up the pitcher, Bree Presnell, who will try to help out her own cause. Frost, the pitch. And Presnell takes away for a ball, 1-0. I mentioned that Carson-Newman and Milligan last squared off in 1992. Milligan's program was 3 years old at that point. The 1-0. Burns the turf for a ball, 2-0. And the guy who's in the third base coach's box, Wes Hawley, was also in the third base coach's box that day. He's the coach, been Milligan's only coach in its history as a collegiate softball program. Founded it in 1989, the 2-0. Swing and a miss to Presnell. It's 2-1. And as one would expect, legendary Wes Hawley within spitting distance of 1,000 career wins. Joined the 900 win club a couple years ago, the 2-1. That's on the outside edge for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2 to Presnell. So between Carson-Newman and Milligan, a grand total of 3 head coaches in the two programs' softball histories. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Presnell's down on strikes. Emma Frost has her third punch out, and she has faced the minimum through 3 innings. 9 up, 9 down for Milligan. Brooks, Hughes, and Dye. 9-1-2 to the plate for Carson-Newman when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
All right, it's 1-0 as we come to the bottom of the third inning. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand for some Tuesday non-conference softball action. Bree Presnell goes back to work against the lefty slapper Trinity Brooks, who takes down and in for a ball to open up her first at-bat of the day at 1-0. Brooks, Freshman of the Year candidate for the league, .330 batting average with 30 hits in 91 trips to the plate. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at an elevated rise ball, 1-1. Brooks has put together a nice little season her first year in the orange and blue. She's got the powder blue top on today with white trousers. The 1-1. High and in, 2-1 to Brooks. Significance of the powder blue. It is the color of the jersey worn by Carson-Newman's 1965 College World Series winning NAI baseball team. A national title that year in the powder blues for Carson-Newman baseball. And softball wears it to honor them. The 2-1. Brooks will poke it over into the left center field alleyway. Johnson on her horse runs it down in the gap to rob Brooks of extra bases. Good run by Maggie Johnson. That was well hit by Trinity Brooks. It hung up in the air just a little bit. But Johnson able to run it down and keep Brooks off the base pass. She would have probably legged out a triple on that. First pitch to Macy Hughes bounces in for a ball, 1-0. 1-0, Eagles leading in the bottom of the third inning. Carson-Newman's run off of one hit. Winter Morris a solo shot with an out in the second. That's the difference right now. Macy Hughes fouled out to left her first time through. Presnell wheels and deals. Hughes skies the 1-0 back foul and out of play, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A 1-0 lead for the Eagles in the bottom of the third inning. Hughes with an open stance. Presnell the 1-1. It's a changeup that Hughes will rope into left, sinks quickly, and one hops Grassi. Hughes a wide turn of first, pulls the shooting heads back to the bag, but she's aboard with a 1-out single to left. A sinking line drive for Macy Hughes, and she has reached base now in a 13th consecutive game. Multi-hit contests in 3 in a row, 4 of her last 5, and 6 of her last 8. First pitch to Hayden Dye's high for a ball, 1-0. Dye worked a walk her last time up. It's an AB with a runner on base for the Eagles. 1 out, leading 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Presnell set for the 1-0. She pitches, and Dye takes away for a ball. It's 2-0. Carson-Newman on Saturday against Emory and Henry. It took the Eagles offense a while to click into gear, but when it did, boy howdy, did it ever. Eagles plated 20 runs over the final 3 innings of the 2 games. Pitch in the turf for a ball. It's 3-0 to Hayden Dye. And Presnell in danger of giving the Eagles a runner in scoring position with 1 out. 1-0 Carson-Newman lead. Presnell gets the sign from Lloyd. Gets back aboard the rubber. And delivers the 3-0. Upstairs for ball 4. 4 straight pitches out of the zone to Hayden Dye, and the Eagles have 2 aboard for Macaulay Bailey. Presnell and Lloyd chatting things over. And they come together in the circle where they will be joined by Milligan head coach Wes Hawley. Dye on first, Hughes on second for the Eagles. A 1-0 lead, and the ever-dangerous Macaulay Bailey to the bat rack. A league-leading 14 home runs, a league-leading 52 runs batted in. Milligan's outfield is a step in front of the warning track. I would imagine that's where they will remain once Bailey actually stands into the right-hand hitter's box for this at-bat. The center fielder Johnson about 6 feet in front of the warning track. The right fielder, Brown, a bit shallower. Same true for the left fielder, Grassi. Playing Bailey deep. 1 out. Hughes and Dye on base. Corners even with the bags for Milligan. Presnell pitches. And Bailey takes low for a ball, 1-0. 44 pitches for Bree Presnell. 24 for strikes. 5 in a row out of the zone for Presnell. A 1 out single to left for Hughes, or a 4-pitch walk to Dye. The 1-0 to Bailey is on the outside edge for a strike. It's 1-1. Presnell tosses up her rosin bag, grips the ball, rolls it against her right hip, and delivers the 1-1. Upstairs to Bailey, keeps the bat on her shoulder. It's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Macaulay Bailey, who checked her swing on a pitch at head height. 2-1. Presnell back on the slab and pitching. Bailey hits it foul, backing out of play. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes and out. Bailey flied out to left her first time up. The wind, and this is rare, blowing in from center. Don't often see that wind pattern here at the Vic. 2-2. Presnell pitches. Bailey swings, lifts it high to left. Retreating back to the warning track is Grassi. She camps under it at the wall, makes the out. Tagging and moving to third is Hughes. Dye does the same. And if the wind's not blowing in, that's a home run for Macaulay Bailey. Instead, a productive out number 2, moving Dye and Hughes into scoring position for Brooke Matazowski. Grassi read that ball really well off the bat. She camped at the warning track and just sat there. First pitch to Brooke Matazowski is off speed at the belt for a strike, 0-1. Big spot for the Eagles. 2 out and 2 in scoring position for Matazowski, who hit a screaming line drive to left her first time up. The 0-1. Off the plate away for a ball, 1-1. Eagles do have a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. But an RBI opportunity here with Dye and Hughes in scoring position. And this is just Carson-Newman's second at-bat today with runners in scoring position. 1-1. Bounces in the turf. Bounces away from Lloyd, but back to the circle. Runners stay put, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Two out. Eagles trying to light the lamp again here in the bottom of the third in a 1-0 ball game. The 2-1. Turf burner for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Carson-Newman trying to solve Bree Presnell's mystery. 2 hits on the day, a Hughes single to left this inning, and Winter Morris's 1-out solo shot in the second to give the Eagles the lead. Presnell, 3-1, and pitching. High and outside, ball 4 to Brooke Matazowski. She walks the bases loaded with 2 out for Brooklyn Lucero. Lucero, a strikeout victim, her first time up. So Lucero climbs in with an eagle on every bag. Presnell pitches high for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball. No strikes and 2 out. Hughes, Dye, and Matazowski on the paths for the Eagles. The 1-0. Stays up to Lucero. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Presnell. 55 pitches deep into this start, 28 strikes, deals. And Lucero hits it foul to the backstop. It's 2-1. Hughes on third, Dye on second, Matazowski on first. Eagles have them loaded for Brooklyn Lucero. Looking for a 2-out smash here. 2-1. Bresnell delivers. It's down and away for ball 3. Nowhere to put Brooklyn Lucero. A ball here, and the Eagles have a 2-run advantage. 3-1 to Lucero. Outfield back. Everybody for the Buffs playing deep. Corner infielders even with the bags. Presnell's 3-1. Lucero hits foul to the backstop, and that loads the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hughes, Dye, and Matazowski on base for the Eagles. Hughes singled to left. Dye walked. Bailey flied out to move the pair into scoring position. The 3-2. Off the plate away, ball 4. A bases-loaded walk brings in the second run of the day for the Eagles, and it's 2-0 Carson-Newman as Lucero works first base on balls. She drives in her 29th run of the season, and they're juiced for Winter Morris, who went yard to center her first time up. Presnell wheels and deals, off speed, a strike at the belt, change up. Morris looks at it for strike 1. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Dye on third, Matazowski on second, Lucero on first. The 0-1. Another change up. This time it's outside for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Carson-Newman 2 and Milligan 0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Eagles with single runs in the 2nd and 3rd. They've got them loaded with 2 out here in the 3rd. The 1-1. Morris swings, bouncing ball back to the circle. Presnell fields off the hop and throws to first to Halliburton to retire Morris 1-3. So the Eagles leave them loaded, but a bases-loaded walk for Brooklyn Lucero extends Carson-Newman's lead. It's 2-0. Eagles after 3. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
2-0. Carson-Newman leads Milligan as we come to the top of the 4th inning, and Mia Grossi leading things off for the Buffs. Milligan looking for its first base runner of the day against Carson-Newman starting pitcher Emma Frost. Frost's first pitch to Grossi is up for a ball, 1-0. Grossi a strikeout victim on 3 pitches to open up the game. Hit foul to the right and into the fencing. 1-1. One and one. Frost pitches to Grossi. High for a ball, 2-1. 2-1. Taken up for ball 3. First 3-ball count that Emma Frost has found herself in. Three and 1. Frost pitches. Swing a line drive through the left side. Base hit. First base runner of the day for Milligan comes in the form of Mia Grassi, who breaks up Emma Frost's perfect game and no-hitter in the top of the 4th. A single to lead off the inning. And Milligan, after the first 9 were retired in order, has a leadoff single from Mia Grassi. Good piece of hitting through the left side on a 3-1 pitch. Brings up the catcher, Lainey Lloyd. Frost delivers to her, who swings at the first pitch, pops it in the air, third base side. Dye calls off Matazowski, and the shortstop ranges over into foul ground to pluck it and retire Lloyd. 1 away. Grassi has to hang tight at first. And it brings up Alexis Brown. Good field general work from Hayden Dye to call off Brooke Matazowski. The right fielder, Brown, comes up. Frost pitches. Brown skies it foul off of first, 0-1. That's where Brown fouled out last time up. A foul out to Winter Morris. Ended the first. 1 out and Grassi on first for the Buffs. Frost gets the sign from Bailey. Here's the 0-1. Runner moving. Swing, a line drive to the left. Brooks twisted around. Grabs it. Scooting back is Grassi. No throw from Hughes. And there's out number 2. Milligan put the hit and run on. Brown cued it to left, but Brooks was able to twist and turn and settle under it to retire her. And plenty of time for Grassi to scamper back. 2 out for Parsons. First pitch is a changeup, tapped foul. 0-1. 2-0 Eagles leading. Top of the 4th. 2 out. Grassi on first. First base runner that Emma Frost has had to contend with today. Eagles with the 2 runs off of 2 hits. Bree Presnell's kept them off balance. Eagles left them loaded, though, in the bottom of the 3rd. The 0-1. Runner on the move. Parsons fouls it to the right. And out of play. 0-2. Milligan, a team that does run well. Everybody in the order today for the Buffs has a stolen base. Parsons, 5 of them in 7 attempts to be exact. 0-2. Parsons skies it foul off of 3rd and toward Davis Street, 0-2. Should say Grassi has 5 in 7 attempts, not Parsons, the batter at the plate. Although Parsons does have 2 on the year. But that, at this juncture, it does not come into play. She needs to get on base for that to be relevant. 0-2. Frost pitches. Parson, little looper towards short. Dye jogs in and camps under it to get Parsons. So a leadoff single through the left side from Mia Grassi, but Milligan unable to do anything with her. And Carson-Newman carries a 2-0 lead to the bottom of the 4th. Martin, Vandergriff, and Brooks, lower 3rd, due up for the Eagles after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
2-0. Carson-Newman leads Milligan as we come to the bottom of the fourth in what is the battle for the papacy. Why do we call it that? What on earth is Adam Cavalier talking about? That's the look I get in the press box when I utter that phrase as Presnell goes to work against Abby Martin. Pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Here's why it's the battle for the papacy. The Popes are in charge of these two athletic departments. Matt, the vice president for athletics at Carson-Newman. Chris, his twin brother, in the same capacity for Milligan, the 1-0. Martin checks her swing at a strike, 1-1. Feels like the frequency that Carson-Newman and Milligan have been playing have increased since Chris took over the athletic department a couple years ago. I don't think it's by an edict, the 1-1. Tipped foul, 1-2. But it is some good-natured fun to see the teams under the direction of the Pope twins match wits. Chuck Benson's men's basketball team got the better of the Buffs in late November, the 1-2. Martin called strike 3. She takes a seat looking on the outer half. Third K of the day for Bree Presnell. There's one away in the bottom of the fourth. Base is empty, and a 2-0 lead for the Eagles. Presnell's done a nice job in the circle. 66 pitches, 35 strikes. Has danced around 4 walks as Mary Vandergriff comes up, and she takes upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Vandergriff, one of the 3 strikeout victims for Presnell on the day. Struck out swinging her first time up. Presnell pitches. Vandergriff swings, bounces it to short. One hop, picked up by Parsons. Throw to first, pulls Halliburton, but she keeps her back foot on the bag to get Vandergriff. And there's quickly 2 away for Trinity Brooks. Strike that was not Mary Vandergriff. That was a pinch hitting Kennedy Warder who grounds out. Now Trinity Brooks bounces one foul off of first, 0-1. So strike that, not a at bat for Mary Vandergriff. Kennedy Warder pinch hit. Regardless, it's still out 2. Base is empty for the Eagles with a 2-0 lead in the fourth. 0-1 to Brooks. Downstairs for a ball, 1-1. She shot a pitch into the air toward left center. A long run for Maggie Johnson, and she made a nice over-the-shoulder grab to rob Brooks of extra bases in her first at-bat. 1-1, Presnell pitches. Looper stays up for a ball, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. 2-0 Eagles leading in the bottom of the fourth. Presnell the 2-1. Brooks swings, chopper back to the circle. Presnell fields off the bounce and throws out Brooks at first, 6-3. A 1-2-3 inning for Bree Presnell. Keeps the deficit to 2 runs. 2-0 Eagles through 4. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
2-0 Carson-Newman leads it after 4 innings. We come to the top of the 5th, and the Eagles make a slew of changes. Emma Frost, her day in the circle is done, and the Eagles will give the ball to Lexi Lacey, a lefty transfer out of Hawaii Hilo, for some work. 15 2/3 innings for Lacey this season with a 6.70 ERA. She's 0-1 on the year. She'll go to work against Wheeler, and the first pitch to Wheeler misses for a ball, 1-0. Carson-Newman shuffles its outfield. Kennedy Warder pinch hit in the last inning. She will now play in the field in right in place of Mary Vandergriff. Sierra Rogers enters for Abby Martin in the order and goes to left, 1-0. Chopper into the hole at second. Hughes knocks it down, recovers, and throws out Wheeler at first, 4-3. What stick-to-itiveness by Macy Hughes. Quality work for the Eagles' left-handed second baseman. Pulled deep into the hole, knocked it down, dribbled it like a basketball, and threw out Wheeler at first for out number 1. Finish the setting of Carson-Newman's outfield. Brooks was in left and moves to center field. So Rogers in left, Brooks in center, Warder in right. And now the center fielder Johnson comes up, squares to bunt, pulls it back. It's in for a strike anyway. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning, Carson-Newman has a 2-0 lead on Milligan. 2 runs off of 2 hits for the Eagles. Carson-Newman has plated its runs. Here's the 0-1. Taken up for a ball, 1-1. Carson-Newman's plated its runs with a Winter Morris solo shot to center in the second, and then brought a run across in the bottom of the third on a 2-out bases-loaded walk for Brooklyn Lucero. 1-1, screaming. Knocked down by Macy Hughes at second. Throw to first is in time to get Johnson. Back-to-back great plays by Macy Hughes in the hole at second. That was a rocket shot right at her. Got the glove to it, knocked it down, scooped, and the throw beats her to the bag by half a step. Brings up Jalen Halliburton, who takes a strike at the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. A 2-0 lead for Carson-Newman against Milligan. 0-1. On the outside edge for a strike, 0-2 to Halliburton. She hit a screaming line drive to short her first time up, that Hayden Dye was able to step in front of and grab for an out. 0-2, Lacey pitches. Popped in the air, first base side. That's fouling out of play. Do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Game that is now 58 minutes old. Carson-Newman has a 2-0 lead on Milligan. Presnell has kept the Eagles off balance offensively in the circle. The 0-2 just outside at the belt for ball 1. And Emma Frost retired the first 9 she faced before giving up a leadoff single to Mia Grassi. That's been the only base runner of the day for the Buffs. 1-2. Here's Lacey's pitch. Halliburton swings, looping to second. Hughes on the outfield green turf. Her toes to the brown turf, and she settles under it to get Halliburton. Macy Hughes records her 4th out of the inning, or 3rd out of the inning, pardon me. That's the old 4 making the out. Eagles send them down in order, 1-2-3. Hughes will start the 5th for Carson-Newman with a 2-0 lead when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Macy Hughes leads things off for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bresnell pitches, and Hughes will line it in the air to right at Alexis Brown, who has it in her sights to retire Hughes. 1 pitch, 1 out for Bree Bresnell, who has retired the last 5 Eagles in order after issuing a bases-loaded walk to Brooklyn Lucero in the 3rd inning. A ground out, a strikeout, a pair of 6-3 groundouts, and now a line out to right sets the table for Hayden Dye. Eagles looking for base runners with a 2-0 lead, and the pitch is in there for a strike to Dye, 0-1. 74 pitches for Bree Bresnell, 40 for strikes. 4 1/3 innings of 2-hit, 2-run ball, walking 4 and striking out 3. The 0-1. Dye swings and misses, and she's behind in the count at 0-2. Carson-Newman had a 1-out walk from Dye in the 1st. She has only walked today. Looking for her first official at-bat for this game 1. The 0-2 burns the turf for a ball, 1-2. Carson-Newman has been hit and miss today. The Eagles have hit the ball well at times. Wind was blowing in on a deep Macaulay Bailey fly ball where if it's still or blowing out, it's a home run. The 1-2, tapped foul to the backstop. Count holds the ball and 2 strikes for Dye. You had Trinity Brooks with that looping shot to left center that Maggie Johnson was able to run down. That would have been a triple had it found green turf. And Brooke Matizowski had an absolute screamer to left, but right at Mia Grassi. 1-2. Dye shoots the change, fouled down the right field line and out of play, and she'll see another 1-2 pitch. Eagles have also popped up a few times. Some ground ball outs, but have probably hit the ball better. The 1-2. Called strike 3 on the inner half. Dye takes a seat looking. 4th K of the day for Bree Bresnell, and there's 2 away from Macaulay Bailey. Carson-Newman has probably hit the ball a touch better than a 2-0 lead would indicate. 2 hits on the day for the Eagles. Macaulay Bailey, a pair of flyouts to left. She missed a home run by a foot last time up. She'll take in the turf for a ball here, 1-0. Bailey's 0 for 2, riding a 7-game hitting streak. Bree Bresnell's been in a nice rocking chair. She's retired the last 6 she's faced in order after giving up that bases-loaded walk to Brooklyn Lucero in the 3rd. The 1-0. Bailey takes low for a ball, 2-0. Milligan does have an arm loosening in its pin on the left field line. Looks to be Jordan Wheeler getting loose. The 2-0 bounces in the turf for ball 3. Wheeler, the designated player in this contest. You might see the freshman righty at some point, but Bresnell's pitched well. 82 pitches, 44 strikes, kept the Eagles off balance. 4 2/3 of 2-hit, 2-run ball. 3-0 to Bailey. She clobbers down the left field line. It's a fair ball and rattling into the corner. Bailey charges around first, cruises into second with a 2-out stand-up double. 8 straight games that Macaulay Bailey has successfully registered a hit. A 2-out double is the 3rd hit of the day for Carson-Newman. And the Eagles with a base runner as Bailey bounced that one over the third base bag. Brings up Brooke Matizowski, who's 0 for 1. A walk and a line out to left. Bailey in scoring position. Eagles 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position today as Matizowski takes high for a ball, 1-0. Carson-Newman 0 for 4 with runners on base today, looking for their first hit with a base runner against the Buffs. Lainey Lloyd comes out from behind home plate to have a visit with Bree Bresnell and the Milligan infield. Michael Graves and Milligan head coach Wes Hawley chatting on the far side of the Buffs dugout. Those two have been a part of softball in East Tennessee for a long, long time. 1-0 to Matazowski. Presnell pitches. Matazowski pops it up first base side. It's the second baseman Lawson tracking to the line. Camps under it and gets Matazowski. So Presnell works around the 2-out double from Macaulay Bailey. It's a 2-0 lead for the Eagles through 5. Lawson, Presnell, Grassi to the plate for the Buffs in the top of the 6th when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Two 2-0. Carson-Newman leads it as we come to the top of the 6th inning. As Hawley has his lineup card out. And we have a change here. Lawson is going to hit, and I believe we will have a pinch hitter for Presnell, who's scheduled to bat second this inning. So Lawson will lead things off. She grounded out to Macy Hughes at second, her first time up as Lacey goes to work. The first pitch is bounced in front of home plate. Bailey Fields in fair ground and throws out Lawson at first. Getting it to Winter Morris in time. Well done by Macaulay Bailey. That ball was pounded straight into the turf, high into the air, a fair ball, and Bailey played it well. So Hannah Bates will pinch hit in place of Presnell. The first pitch to Bates is high for a ball, 1-0. Bates hitting .323 this season. 10 hits on the year for Bates, 1-0. Bates takes a strike at the belt, 1-1. Bates, 10 hits and 31 trips to the plate. 3 walks against 5 strikeouts. The 1-1. Bounce to the right side of the infield. 2 hopper to Hughes at second. Fields even with the base paths and throws out Bates in plenty of time. That's 5 in a row retired in order for Lexi Lacey to start her relief outing in place of the starter Emma Frost. And the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Mia Grassi, who's the only Buffalo to reach base today. Lacey pitches, and Grassi takes a strike at the belt, 0-1. She singled through the left side her last time up. Lacey at present standing, should the Eagles not score 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th, the 0-1. Taken for a strike at the belt, 0-2, and also presuming that Lacey doesn't allow any runs here in the 6th. Lacey would be in line for a 3-inning save for her first of the season. 0-2. Lacey pitches. Grossi takes it the belt, but outside for a ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, a 2-0 lead for Carson-Newman. A run in the second on a Winter Morris solo shot. A run in the third on a bases-loaded walk to Brooklyn Lucero. Eagles stake to the lead right now. 1-2, Lacey pitches. Grossi swings and flips it foul off of first. It's a ball and 2 strikes. This game 1 hour and 1 minute old. A 2-0 lead for Carson-Newman over Milligan. Thanks to RBIs from Lucero and Morris. 1-2. Grossi takes outside for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bases empty for the Buffs in the top of the 6th. 2-2. The Hawaii Hilo transfer, Lacey. The first base side of the rubber, the lefty winds and delivers the 2-2. Grossi will shoot it through the right side. It rolls up to Warder. Throw to first. Not in time. Grossi legs out her second hit of the day. This one poked through the right side. A 2-out single. And the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Laney Lloyd. Lloyd has fouled out to short. The shortstop dive. That was along the left field line. And flied out to center. Lloyd's 0 for 2. Grossi on first after winning a 5-pitch battle with Lexi Lacey. First base runner that has gotten on against Lacey. The lefty pitches to Lloyd. He takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. In 2/3 of relief for Lacey. No runs off of 2 hits and no errors for the Buffs. 2 runs off of 3 hits and no errors for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's left 5 stranded. Milligan's left 1. The 0-1 change up, squib back to the circle. Lacey charges, throw to first in time to Morris to get Lloyd by 2 steps. Hit and run was on. Lloyd put it in play. But Lacey fielded her position well and gets out of the inning unscathed. Carson-Newman 2, Milligan nothing. Eagles head to the bottom of the 6th with a 2-0 lead on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large 1-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large 1-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Carson-Newman softball has a 2-0 lead on Milligan as we come to the bottom of the 6th inning. First meeting between these two teams since 1992. Eagles got a solo shot to center in the second from Winter Morris. A bases loaded walk to Brooklyn Lucero in the third. It's been enough to give the Eagles the lead as Bree Presnell pitches in the turf for the ball to Lucero, 1-0, to start out her third trip to the plate. A walk and a strikeout for Lucero, but that walk did drive in a run. 0 for 1 officially with an RBI. Is Lucero against Presnell. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs allowed. This pitch, Lucero will lift to left. It sinks quickly and bounces over the head of Mia Grossi to the wall. Lucero will roll into second with a stand-up double. And the Eagles in business with the leadoff batter aboard for the first time all day. A leadoff double for Brooklyn Lucero. It sunk quickly and then bounced all the way over the head of the left fielder Grassi, who had it squared up. And Michael Graves has his lineup card out to presumably run for Lucero. 2-0 Eagles in the bottom of the 6th. A game that is 1 hour and 16 minutes old. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand. Ian Johnson's running replay, directing, and doing graphics. Mia Toribio is on camera for the first time this season. And Rick Gintahome also on camera. It's Bailey Worley who runs for Lucero on second. And Winter Morris climbs in. 1 for 2 on the day as she takes high for a ball. 1-0. Presnell stumbled delivering the pitch. Morris, the solo shot to center in the second. A ground out back to the circle to end the third. 1-0. Presnell deals. And Morris takes off the plate at the belt for a ball, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. A 2-0 lead for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Presnell pitches. Morris takes up and away for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Nobody out. Pinch running. Bailey Worley on second after Lucero doubled the left to lead off the inning. Presnell sights the sign and pitches. And Morris takes a strike at the knees. It's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Winter Morris. Looking to potentially drive in her second run of the day. Presnell the 3-1. Morris stings it to right center field. That's a base hit for Morris. Worley gets the wave around third. She scores standing. It's an RBI single to right center for Morris. Her second run batted into the day. And the Eagles extend the lead. It's 3-0 at the bottom of the 6th. Brings up Sierra Rogers, who entered in the field and left 2 innings ago. And Carson-Newman will bring in Elena Smith to run for Winter Morris. And I would presume that that means Morris's day is done at first, and Smith will enter in the field for the Eagles in the top of the 7th. I'm presuming. Sierra Rogers to the plate now for the Eagles. 8 hits and 29 at-bats this season. She's hitting .276. Presnell, 92 pitches, 49 strikes. And a pitch clock violation called on Presnell. The 1-0 bounces in the turf. That's ball 2. 3-0 Eagles. Winter Morris, an RBI single to right center. Carson-Newman has single runs in the 2nd, 3rd, and here in the bottom of the 6th, but nobody out, and Elena Smith on first. Pinch running for Winter Morris. Wes Hawley is out from the dugout to have a chat with the infield. Two 2-0 to Sierra Rogers. Well, there's some primarily non-conference action in the South Atlantic Conference today around the softball diamonds of the league. Catawba at home against Limestone, the only in-league game on the docket today, and Catawba prevails in game 1, 5-1. Mars Hill run rules Carolina University 8-0 in 6 innings. And Tusculum is playing host to Young Harris. Pioneers run rule the Mountain Lions 9-0 in game 1 of that doubleheader. 2-0 to Rogers. Presnell pitches. And Rogers takes a strike at the belt, 2-1. 95 pitches for Bree Presnell, 50 for strikes. A 3-0 lead for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 6th. Run across this inning on Morris's RBI single to right. Pitch down and away for ball 3. 3-1 to Sierra Rogers. Rogers' first at-bat since April 10th at Tusculum. The pitch popped in the air, first base side. That is foul and out of play, and it loads the count at 3-2. Rogers just one at-bat here in the month of April, and that did come at Tusculum. Hasn't registered a hit since March 10th. Granted, only 2 chances at the plate since then. A 3-2. Stays up, ball 4. Rogers gets first base on balls. Smith over to second. And there's 2 on with nobody out for Kennedy Warder. A Lucero double start of the inning. Morris scored a pinch running Bailey Worley with a single to right center. Now a walk to Sierra Rogers and Kennedy Warder to the plate. Grounded out to short her first time up. And she takes the first pitch strike at the belt. It's 0-1. 3-0. Eagles leading Milligan here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Presnell. Pitch 100 on the way. It bounces off of home plate up to Lloyd's chest protector, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kennedy Warder. 5 innings of work for Bree Presnell. She's given up 5 hits and 3 runs. Walked 5, struck out 4. The 1-1. Warder takes a strike at the knees. It's 1-2. Still a fair amount of cloud cover over Jefferson City, Tennessee on a warm and balmy mid-April afternoon. Humid, a good word, the 1-2. Warder will pop it in the air. It's shallow center field. It's a long run for Maggie Johnson, but she gets there in time to retire Warder for out number 1. 1 away, and Trinity Brooks to the plate. Brooks is 0 for 2 with a fly out to center and a ground out to short. Fly out to center. Should have been a triple. Maggie Johnson made a great grab over her shoulder on a pitch hit over her head as Brooks swings and misses at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Milligan's done some fine work defensively in this one. Eagles looking for more here in the bottom of the 6th. Up 3-0. The pitch. Brooks checks her swing, but it's in for a strike, and she's behind in the count at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-0. Carson-Newman leads Milligan in the bottom of the 6th. 3 runs off of 5 hits for the Eagles. Presnell's 0-2. Blowing away for a ball, 1-2 to Brooks. Brooks, .323 the batting average on the year. She's hitting .261, though, with runners in scoring position. Eagles are 1 for 5 in that regard today. The 1-2. Brooks chops foul off of third by 2 feet. Count holds the ball and 2 strikes. If Carson-Newman scores 5 more runs this inning, Eagles would walk it off via the run rule. If not, Lexi Lacey presumably will go back to work in the circle in a save situation. 1-2's upstairs to Brooks, 2-2. Potential 3-inning save for Lexi Lacey if she's able to finish out the contest. 2-2 to Brooks. Presnell pitches. Brooks swings, slashes it to center field. Retreating in, now turning back is Johnson, and she settles under it to get Brooks. Brooks tried to poke it over her head, but Johnson played it well, and that's out number 2. Lineup turns back to the top of the order for Macy Hughes, who's 1 for 3. Flied out in foul territory to left, singled to left, and lined out to right. The first pitch to Hughes is off speed in the turf for ball 1, 1-0. Carson-Newman baseball fell earlier today to 12th-ranked Young Harris, 7-4. Mountain Lions are 32-9 now. Eagles are 22-18. 4 runs for the Mountain Lions over the final 3 innings to pick up that win. 1-0 in the turf for a ball, 2-0. Eagles looking to play add-on a little bit more here in the bottom of the 6th. 3 runs to no runs for Carson-Newman over Milligan. Presnell. Back aboard the slab. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs to Hughes for ball 3. 111 pitches for Bree Presnell. 58 for strikes. She's given up some free bases, but Carson-Newman has not been able to make her pay heavily. 3-0 to Hughes. Taken for a called strike at the belt. 3-1. Bit of a delayed strike call from Randy Peralt. Hughes was heading to first. Got Smith on second, Rogers on first. 3-1. Hughes smokes it through the left side of the infield. That's a base hit. Smith gets the wave around third. She scores standing. It's an RBI single through the left side for Macy Hughes. Rogers goes to second, and the Eagles have put up a crooked number here in the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-0. A 2-run bottom of the 6th for the Eagles. And now Hayden Dye to the plate. Dye is hitless in 3 plate appearances, but she has been aboard twice with 2 walks. 2 walks and a strikeout, and she cues up the first pitch foul. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike to Dye. Presnell pitches. Dye fouls back to the fencing, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Presnell deals. Dye swings, a little soft flare down the right field line. It's in no man's land and bouncing away from the right fielder, Alexis Brown. Dye charges into second with a double, runs past the bag and slides back in. Hughes and Rogers both score. It's a 2 RBI, 2 out double for Hayden Dye, and the Eagles lead 6-0 with Macaulay Bailey to the plate. Dye just golfed it into no man's land down the right field line with Brown playing back. And now Macaulay Bailey's one swing of the bat away from ending things. First pitch is off speed at the belt for a strike, 0-1. A 4-run bottom of the 6th for the Eagles. Has them in front 6-0. Presnell the 0-1. Change up that Bailey lifts into left center field. Johnson races it down in the alleyway, and Bailey is retired for the final out of the inning. But the Eagles do some damage. 4 runs off of 4 hits in the inning. Carson-Newman plates 3 runs with 2 outs and carries a 6-0 lead to the top of the 7th. Lexi Lacey looks to lock up a save and get a combined shutout with Emma Frost when we return after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
6-0, Carson-Newman leads Milligan. Here as we come to the top of the 7th inning, Alexis Brown leads things off for the Buffaloes. Lacey pitches to her, and Brown takes for a strike at the belt, 0-1. Lacey, 2 innings of 1 hit, shutout ball in relief of Emma Frost. Mia Grassi has been the only player to reach base today for the Buffaloes. The 0-1. Brown takes low and away for a ball, 1-1. 6-0 Carson-Newman leading here in the top of the 7th. A 4-run bottom of the 6th, creating some separation for the Eagles as Carson-Newman finally figured out Bree Presnell in the circle. 1-1, off speed, pelted back up the middle, dive behind the second base bag. The shortstop makes the play and throws out Brown at first, 6-3. Textbook work for Hayden Dye on a difficult ball up the middle. And there's one away for the cleanup batter, Parsons. Base is empty. 1 out in the top of the 7th. A 6-0 lead for the Eagles. Lacey's first pitch to Parsons is elevated for a ball, 1-0. Parsons is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-up to short. Shortstop's hitting .243 now. 17 hits and 70 trips. 1-0. Taken for a strike, 1-1. One and 0. Lacey pitches, or 1-1, pardon me. Lacey pitches, strike at the knees, 1-2. One, 2. Parsons keeps the bat on the shoulder on a pitch upstairs. The count's even at 2-2. Two. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout of the season for Lexi Lacey. And there's 2 away with the bases empty in the top of the 7th, and Milligan in desperate need of base runners. Trying to make up a 6-run deficit with 1 out remaining. First pitch, bounced, foul over the glove of the leaping first baseman, Elena Smith. And it's 0-1 to Wheeler. Wheeler's 0 for 2 today. Fly out to center and a ground out to second. 6-0 Eagles leading, top of the 7th inning. Lacey, the 0-1. Off speed, line to short. Dye plucks it at knee height. Ball game over. Carson-Newman deals a 2-hit shutout in the first meeting between the Eagles and Buffs in 32 years. Emma Frost gets the win in the circle for the Eagles to improve to 14-3, while Lexi Lacey gets credit for a 3-inning save, the first of the season for her. And Carson-Newman cruises 6-0 in a game that took 1 hour and 34 minutes to play. Game 2 heads your way at approximately 4 p.m. Stick around. More Carson-Newman softball headed your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.